Let's now take a look at the French press with Nicholas Rushworth. Good morning, Nicholas. So starting off with the Figaro.
Le Figaro is covering the latest poll in the presidential election. There will be lots of them, so be warned. And the message is the gap is closing between the Socialist Party candidate François Hollande and the incumbent Nicolas Sarkozy. There you can see the headline on the front page. L'écart se réduit. The gap is reducing. Now, Hollande was given 28% of intentions to vote in a survey over the weekend, and Sarkozy 26%. Now, the paper, the right wing, of course, is arguing that UMP, the ruling UMP, has been given a massive morale boost with this. Now, that paper in its editorial is arguing that with 104 days to go, Hollande's letter last week to the nation has not had a positive impact with the French. Now, Le Figaro is asking if Hollande is simply relying on an anti-Sarkozy mood, he should be careful because his message is not getting across at all. That's, of course, according to the right wing paper.
Moving on now to Libération. It's looking at a major factor in the campaign, and that's just how many people will be voting for the far right.
Well, this is an unknown factor. Of course, there's also always the fear of the 21st of April 2002 when Jean-Marie Le Pen went through to the second round, which shocked the French and the entire world. Now, the headline here in Libération is that 30% of the French do not rule out voting for Marine Le Pen, a picture of Marine there with her dad. A year ago, over the weekend, they were celebrating the 600th anniversary of Joan of Arc's birth. So that's 1 in 3 there. The editorial in the paper is focusing on another statistic in a survey. It's been carried out by Libération. Now, 2 out of 3 of those asked, 68%, said that Marine Le Pen is for them more credible than her dad, Jean-Marie. So that's an incredible statistic. Now, pied à pied, inch by inch. Now, that title there is basically the editorial saying the socialists have got to battle with the far right, inch for inch, foot by foot, policy by policy, arguing that the socialist approach is better.
And you've got the whole spread of candidates this morning on the front pages, Nicholas.
Well, the free paper 20 Minutes is looking at what is called the fourth man, François Bayrou. Now, there you can see him, and the headline, Centre d'attraction, attraction centre. He's drawing interest, if you like. That is the centrist campaign with the subheading there saying some people, some centrists in the ruling UMP are hesitating about switching to him. Now, Le Parisien, aujourd'hui en France, which is today in France, a big national paper here in France, is looking at that too, Sarkozy's relationship with Bayrou. And there you can see a headline, Sarkozy fait la cour à Bayrou, which is he's courting him. Now, of course, if Sarkozy does manage to get through to the second round, then of course he will need to rally support around in the centrists. Now, will François Bayrou come into the fold? And the message from the paper there is, well, he's often said that he is not for sale. Je ne suis pas achetable. I'm not for sale. And also, there, Bayrou in that paper is saying that basically, grosso modo, I am in the same political family as François Hollande. So not good news there for Sarkozy, but we'll see how that pans out over the next 104 days, as the papers keep on telling us.
What about the business press then? What are they going with this morning?
Now, Le Tribune has an editorial describing Nicolas Sarkozy as an artificier. L'artificier de l'Élysée, you can see that there. Now, that basically means the man putting on the fireworks display, a pyrotechnician. Now, the editorial argues that the president is currently making a series of controversial moves. One of them is saying that France could go it alone on introducing this Tobin tax, the Robin Hood financial transaction tax. Now, that's shook up the finance sector here, woken them up a bit. And now that editorial in La Tribune, the business paper, is saying Sarkozy should watch out because one of those fireworks that is put into place could blow up in his face. There we can turn quickly to La Tribune on its front page. It's saying the Tobin tax is political bluff. There we can see it, Le Grand Bluff. Implementation would be later in the year and not immediate, it's pointing out. And Les Echos, another business paper, is looking at that with an editorial. The utopia of a Tobin tax. It's arguing pretty much the same as La Tribune. But it's saying that, hey, listen, maybe it is time for the finance industry to take some of a hit here because they were responsible for one of the biggest crises of the last century.
All right, thanks very much, Nicholas, for that look at the French newspapers.